Hey guys, Mike from Nerd Problems Gaming here, and welcome to Nerd Problems Gaming, the channel where we go through the good and bad of everything nerdy to make sure you spend your time on the best of the best. In today's video, I'll be doing a review of Golden Sun for the Game Boy Advance, so stay tuned. Now this game came out quite a while ago, but it's one of my favorites and I thought it deserved a video to really talk about a lot of the aspects that you might not know. And it's, like I said, it's kind of a little known game, so if you haven't played it before, you definitely want to pick this up. But what's really cool about this game, one thing that was really ahead of its time was its graphics, where it was on the Game Boy Advance, but when you would go into the battle scenes, it would be like a totally 3D environment. So like the camera would spin around as you played, as you did different attacks, like the camera angle would zoom in and come up from behind you. So that was really cool. They had summons you could eventually unlock as you played the game, so the cool animations and 3D sprites that would go on. So both like the villains and your guys as the heroes would change. You'd also change like what weapon you were holding based on what you had equipped, which was really cool. So again, a lot of different stuff on the graphic end, which was really ahead of its time, which I really enjoyed. Kind of the concept overall of the game is there's different like lighthouses almost that are elements that are keeping the world safe, and as you go through and play throughout the game, you become this band of heroes. They're kind of like teenage kids, which again seems to be kind of the norm in every RPG at this point, but you know, they set out on a journey to save the world and stop the bad guys obviously from taking over and destroying the world. So again, I'm not going to really go so much into the storyline, but what's cool is that you will find these Jinn throughout the gameplay as well, and each character has their own element that they play as really throughout the game. So there's earth, fire, wind, lightning, and like water. They kind of all come together. And so what's neat is that you'll find these different Jinn hidden throughout the game as you progress. And what's really cool is not only does each character kind of have their own typical play style, like earth for example, but you can mix and match the Jinn throughout every single character. So it's cool where you'll combine different powers. Like one, you might combine like the water and then the earth together, and then you have like a healing spell or like plants that will attack people or different things like that. So it's pretty cool where they'll combine and you can mix and match. And so what'll happen is you can really alter the play style that you're using throughout the whole game. So you might first start off where everybody's kind of equipped of the same type, their normal type, but then you can mix and match, and that will lower stats, raise stats, do different things as well, create new spells that your characters can use. So I really found that aspect pretty cool in the game, where you can customize your characters really however you want, which is pretty neat. On top of that, another great aspect with this game is really the puzzle solving that's involved, where you'll go into all kinds of different dungeons that have various puzzles, and so as you progress throughout the game, you'll get kind of new psychic abilities or new powers as you progress throughout the game. And then there's different puzzle rooms, things that you have to figure out. You know, can you push a block with your mind? Can you drain the water in the room? Can you raise the water in the room? Can you make plants grow? Like, there's all kinds of little intricacies that go throughout the dungeons and these puzzles. So it's pretty cool. You have to mix and match old powers and new powers in crazy unique combinations throughout the game. So it adds a new twist onto the game, which I really liked as well. Again, the gameplay is really fun. The battles are fun. The graphics are really cool. The music's cool throughout it as you play. And I really like the storyline as well. And another neat aspect of this game is that there's multiple games. So there's a sequel on the Game Boy Advance as well, and then there's also one for the DS that came out, you know, multiple years later. But what's really cool is that you can transfer, at least between the first and the second game, basically the Jinn that you capture. So it'll read, I guess, the old game cartridge, or you have a password, something like that, if I remember when you beat it, which is neat. And then you can transfer that to the next game. So you'll be able to carry over some of your equipment, some of the gin that you've captured in the first game, and it can impact the second game and have those as you play throughout it. So it's a pretty cool tie-in. Again, before the times of really like clouds or the internet or anything like that, where you could transfer save states from one game to another, which was really neat. Again, really ahead of its time, which was cool as well. But again, overall, if you guys haven't played Golden Sun yet for the Game Boy Advance, I'd highly recommend picking it up, checking out the other games as well. Maybe I'll do different reviews of those games in the future as well. But yeah, let me know if you've played this game, if you liked it, if it's one of your favorite RPGs like it is mine. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And then also, if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. And again, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to comment and share. And if you'd like to see more videos like this sooner and faster, be sure to become a patron of ours. You can actually do so over at patreon.com/nerdproblemsgaming, and then you'll get some different extra bonus perks, reward tiers for becoming one of our patrons over there, and get early access to a lot of our videos and content as well. But again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.